Here at Riot, the movies were about all things geeky, and so of course I have to have obviously been, for most of my life, an extreme comic book geek. So, on my trip downtown, I had to go to my favorite comic book store in Toronto, and that's the Beguiling. It used to be a big spot for me when it was in the Annex, when I used to live there. But I moved, and so did they. So, it's worth the trip to go down and find them on College Street, right near the beginning of Kensington Market. From fringe comics to independent artists to the most commercial Marvel and DC stuff you're going to find out there. I'm a pretty big sucker for the commercial stuff and also a pretty good big sucker for the independent stuff. So it's got everything that I would want on there.
Independent local, too, is about as mainstream as you're going to get.
Great hidden selection of back issues in the basement, and they're open to browse these days. However, to make things easier for people, their hilarious little question and answer door and pickup door, which is inspired by Peanuts comics, is still there. So you can just line up right outside and you can grab the stuff you've ordered, even ask some questions, or get a chance to go inside when it's not too packed. I'm a huge fan of the 50 cents boxes in there. They have always been so cool to me. Over the pandemic, I would just tell them to stack a bunch of them and surprise me with them. So I love getting a chance to pick from there as well. Also enjoying how they post on their Instagram all the new releases on a regular, clear basis on there. Unlike a lot of the major comic book stores these days that are a toy store and collectible store that happens to still have comic books, they are predominantly for the reading world, which is why they have an extra store on the side that's Little Island Comics. That's comics and junior reading material for the kids as well. Anyone can find something fun in there as long as you're open-minded to cool new ideas. Again, as well as your Batmans, of course. Can't go wrong there.
Or 50 cents comics. I can't get enough of 50 cents comics. Even if it's an old wizard that I cut up and make buttons out of.
That's the Beguiling, 319 College Street in my hometown, Toronto, right near Spadina, if you need to figure that out.